Today I'm going to be showing you how to make Isomalt Seals. My name is Betsy Goodman. I'm a wax sew and lettering artist, and I'm super excited to show you this technique, and hopefully it's something you can incorporate into your holiday baking this year. So let's jump in. I want to show you the different supplies that we're going to be using today. So first, of course, we have Isomalt. This is Kitchen Alchemy brand from the Modernist Pantry. So we have that. I have some wax seals. I've washed all of these and then dried them. And so I'm doing kind of Christmas themed. I grabbed a few different sizes, and more simplistic seals I think are going to be better for this. So I have those seals here. I have a large teaspoon for pouring, a heat-proof spatula. I've got some parchment paper ready. I'm also going to need, you're going to need some cooking spray. So I've got this olive oil, but you could use canola, vegetable oil, whatever you have. You're going to need a pan with a good thick base. Before I melt the Isomalt, I just want to make sure that I have my surface ready where I'm going to be pouring on. So I do want to have my parchment paper ready to go and have my spoon that I'm going to be pouring with here. And then I also just want to have my stamps that I've already cleaned ready to go. So I just want everything ready. So as soon as the Isomalt is melted, I have my station set up to start pouring and pressing. The last thing we want to do here with our seals is we just want to give them a little spritz with oil. We don't need a lot, so that's going to be too much, but we can spray it on and then kind of dab it off. So we want enough oil that it's not going to stick to the Isomalt, but not so much that there's it's like dripping off. You know what I mean? Okay, so those are all looking good. Let's get our Isomalt and start pouring our seals. All right, I'm gonna be bringing my pan on. You'll see that's a nice thick base. So you definitely want that so you get even melting of your Isomalt. And I'm gonna just turn up the heat to be like a medium high. From here, I need to pour in some of my Isomalt. And Isomalt, you can get it. You can see these ones are like little crystals. So you can buy it like this or in a powder. And I'm just gonna pour some in. I'm not measuring. I've probably got 1/3 of a cup in here. I don't wanna do a lot, just because I'm not making a ton of seals. But I've got it on the medium heat. I'll use my heat resistant spatula to continue to stir it as it melts. And this is a sugar substitute. It's not made of sugar, so it's a little bit more forgiving, and it's not as easy to catch and burn as sugar is, which is nice. But you still want to be here to watch it and melt it down. And you're looking for a clear, you want it to be clear and totally transparent, and that's when you're going to know that it's ready to be done. Okay, so you can see here that it's totally clear now. All those big chunks are totally melted now, which we want. And you want to let it boil for just a little bit to help dissolve all of those little pieces. From here, we have to work really quickly because this stuff is going to harden, and then we're not going to be able to press our seals with it. All right, we need to work a little bit quickly. So we want to just have some toothpicks out and ready to go. And our seals, our stamps, of course, are already greased. Our Isomalt was boiling. I'm just gonna grab a spoonful and we're gonna pour over the toothpick. About there. And then we're gonna grab our seal and we're going to press. And I'm gonna hold it down a little bit because the toothpick, it's the same as when we do it with thick flowers or ribbon underneath. We have to kind of hold it down so it will press. Let's do a few more before this Isomalt cools too much. Whoops, I'm gonna move the toothpick where I dropped some. Trying to get a little bit more out on this one to see if I can do my larger seal with the trees. see. And we want to press that down, and then we've got one left. I want to get it in a better view for you guys. All right, this is the last one. So then what's happening here is by the time I do 3, my Isomalt is like not, I'm gonna be able to do 1 more here. Maybe I could do 2 more. But the Isomalt starts to get to where it's too thick to work with. So all you have to do is just go put it back on the stove again. Remelt it. That's one of the things that's nice about working with this versus sugar, is it's a lot more forgiving and it's a lot easier or harder to burn. So we'll press and hold till it kind of sets. And then I'm gonna have to put this Isomalt back on, and then we'll do a few more. But it does take, I can let go now, but this is gonna take 5 minutes or so for these to cool. All right, I reheated the Isomalt and I have a new teaspoon here, because as it hardens, then it's hard to like scoop more out, right? So we'll do our last 2. And we'll press and hold and let go. And we gotta do 1 more. But you can see it does kind of on the teaspoon get kind of like stuck and thick, but they'll still scoop some up. So this one's just gonna be a tiny one. I don't need a lot. So it's just for a little mini seal. So then I'll press this one. I can try to center that a little more and press down and hold and then let go. So these just have to cool now. We made 5, but we'll let them cool and then we'll come back and check on them. Okay, we're ready to check these seals and I'm so excited. They should just come off of the parchment paper and then they should just pop out. Oh my goodness, look how cute. So pretty. Let's see some of our other ones. So this was the tree. Let's look. It came out pretty good. Here's one of the snowflakes, and you'll just pull off any of those little extras. So cute. Oh, that one came out really well. I was worried the impression wouldn't work with that one. And here's this one. Okay, they're ready to go to our second part. So cute. We're ready for our next step and it's gonna be so fun. So we're actually gonna be putting our little Isomalt Seals on cupcakes. So a few things that I have here. I already baked the cupcakes. I just have some buttercream frosting here, and I made some sugared cranberries. I've got raspberries, pomegranate, some rosemary, some red sprinkles, and the edible gold foil. So we're just gonna do a little bit of fun decorating, and we're gonna add in these cute little Isomalt Seals on the top. So before I do that, I did want to add a little bit of the gold to some of these. So it's kind of a fun little look. Well, I've noticed that this foil that's edible is a lot more kind of sticky than the foil that's not, that you just use. And this is like real, let me look at this. Edible gold leaf flakes. So it kind of just sticks, and because the Isomalt is a little sticky itself, you can kind of just press it down like that. So I'm just using, when I grabbed it with my fingers, it was very staticky. So something like this I think could be really cute and fun. I'm gonna do a little bit more on this one as well, because I'm gonna try putting 2 in each cupcake. Okay, so we've got that ready. So from here, we're gonna take one of our cupcakes, and I'm gonna use my buttercream.
And I'm just gonna go around like so. And then from here, we can add our little decoration. So I do want to put in some of these. On some of the cranberries, I did put a little bit of gold. So a few of those can have that. Sugared cranberries are actually really easy to make and they're so pretty. So I'll share the recipe in the link to this. But they're way easy to make and I feel like they're so pretty on dessert. So we'll just put some on like this. I will have some raspberries here, so I'm thinking we could add a little raspberry in. Then I want to add in my seals, so I'm just going to use the toothpick to push it in. And I'm going to kind of vary the heights, hopefully, so one can be a little shorter and one a little longer. And I've got my little rosemary pieces, which is kind of a fun, makes it look a little festive with, that one didn't stick through. So this thicker stems on the rosemary helps because then it will stick into the cake itself. I'm like, I want it to be kind of more behind. So something like this. The other things that I had here were a few pomegranates, just the little seeds. So we're kind of just setting these in the extra spots. I'm gonna have to set this down at this point. So then the last thing that I just have are these little tiny sprinkles. So I thought these would be cute, but I'm like, I'm gonna need my tweezers to put these on. In a few little spots. That's it. So it's so cute. I feel like decorating the cupcake is the funnest part, along with making these cute Isomalt Seals. But I think this turned out so cute and fun. So all of the links for the supplies, for the recipes, for everything you need to make this, it's in the description below. So definitely check it out. And if you do make these, you have to tag me on Instagram so I can see your beautiful Isomalt Seals and what you use them on.
Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. If you love wax seals, definitely subscribe to this channel, follow me on Instagram, and definitely check out my subscription boxes and membership where you can learn more about wax seals and lettering in fun and creative ways.